What do you see as far as the revenue that's actually lost due to either insurance or insurance claims issues like this?
Yeah, that's a great question, and because that revenue is lost in little leaks here and there,
Hmm.
it doesn't like show up with its own line item on a P&L.
Right.
So it's sizable. When you look at the data, most sources would put the loss from billing inefficiency somewhere between 5 and 15%.
Hmm.
A common site folks are aware of is Doctor Bicuspid. They land it right around 10%. And I think
Hmm.
that's fair. I think I would maintain that 10%, that 10%, assuming that's correct, I believe it is. I would say that 10% has two sides to it. First, that loss isn't because the dentistry wasn't done. Doctors are always trying to get things scheduled, but that loss is not because dentistry wasn't done. It's because the system for getting it paid has broken down. So
Hmm.
it's not a
Okay.
production problem, it's a
Right.
process problem. And the second side of that 10% is what it actually cost the practice. So now your team is tied up chasing claims and handling collection issues instead of serving patients, instead of filling the schedule or even answering the phone well. So that is a cost, a real cost. And that's where the real cost shows up, because it's not just lost revenue from not getting paid, it's lost opportunity to pick up the phone and
Mm-hmm.
schedule a new patient. You can't do that when you're in the middle of a 20-minute call with an insurance carrier.
Right.
So an opportunity to build, or it's lost opportunity to build patient trust with clean financial systems, rather than trying to buy patient trust by writing off services. It's just a crazy way of trying to get back to where you should be. Or it's even lost opportunity to build relationships with patients while the software does the heavy lifting. Things can get very hectic in dental practice. You're up front, all of a sudden, three patients show up at the front desk at one time to check out. And that's not when you want to be taking a pencil and a calculator to revise a couple of treatment plans and give patients some good faith estimates. You need to be engaging with the patients. You need to be building value, building goodwill, so that that next visit is more guaranteed, is happily scheduled. So so let's agree that if you lost 10% of revenue due to inefficient insurance management, that the scarier reality of that 10%, and let's call that 10% an expense, because
Mm.
it cost something. It took money out of the cash flow. So I'm going to call it an expense. So
Yeah.
by not doing the insurance management piece well, you have a 10% expense. And the crazy thing is that you bought something with that expense. You bought lost opportunity, and
Hmm.
you bought lost goodwill. So now that expense just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. You get further in the hole. It's not just a production problem, it's a process problem.